There were 12 Instagram photos. From Savannah. My mom was in 9 of them. My name is Nicole. I am 32 years old. I live in Nashville, Tennessee, and 2 years ago my mother made a choice that ended our relationship as I had known it my entire life. She chose to attend my younger sister's birthday party instead of my wedding. Not a milestone birthday. Not a sweet 16 or a 21st. My sister turned 24 on the same day I got married, and my mother looked at both of those things and decided the birthday was more important. I need you to understand that this was not a scheduling accident. My wedding date had been set for 14 months. My mother knew the date. She had been involved in the planning. She had helped me pick my dress. She had given opinions on the venue and the flowers and the menu. She was supposed to be in the front row. She was supposed to be one of the first people I saw when I walked down the aisle. 6 weeks before the wedding, my sister called me and told me she was planning a birthday celebration. A trip to Savannah with a small group of friends, and that it happened to fall on my wedding weekend. I told her that was unfortunate, but that I hoped she had a wonderful time. I did not expect what came next. My mother called me 3 days later and told me she had been thinking about it and that she felt she needed to be in Savannah for my sister's birthday. She said my sister only turned 24 once. I said that I also only got married once. There was a long silence, and then my mother said that my husband's family would be there, and that I would be surrounded by people who loved me, and that she hoped I would understand. I did not understand. My wedding day was beautiful. My husband James was perfect. My friends were there, his family was warm and welcoming, the venue was everything I had wanted. I walked down that aisle, and in the front row there was a seat that should have had my mother in it, and instead had a small flower arrangement that the venue coordinator had placed there without being asked, as if she had sensed the absence and wanted to soften it. I cried during the ceremony, but not the way brides are supposed to cry. My mother sent a text at 11 a.m. on my wedding day that said, "Thinking of you today, you are going to be beautiful." I did not respond to that text. I have not responded to it yet. My sister posted photos from Savannah on Instagram. There were 12 of them. My mother was in 9. They looked like they were having a wonderful time. After the wedding, I took 3 weeks before I contacted my mother. When I did, I told her clearly and calmly that what she had done was not something I was able to move past quickly and that I needed space. She told me she had made a difficult decision and she stood by it. She said my sister needed her. I asked what a 24-year-old needed her mother at a birthday trip for that a 32-year-old bride did not need her mother at her wedding for. My mother said I was being dramatic. I told her I needed significant time and space and that I would reach out when I was ready. That was 20 months ago. I have not been ready. My sister has reached out twice to tell me I am tearing the family apart. My aunt has sent me a long message about forgiveness. My father, my parents are divorced, told me quietly that he thought my mother had made a terrible mistake and that he was sorry. At least someone said that. Update. 8 months later. I know many of you have been asking what happened. Here is the update. 4 months ago, my mother showed up at my house unannounced. She stood on my porch and she looked smaller than I remembered, and she asked if she could come in. I let her in because I am not made of stone. She sat across from me at my kitchen table and she said something I had waited 20 months to hear. She said, "I was wrong. What I did was wrong. There is no version of that decision that was right, and I have known that since the moment I watched your sister blow out her birthday candles and realized I had chosen to be there instead of watching my daughter get married." She cried. I cried. We talked for 3 hours. I am not going to tell you that everything is fixed because it is not. Trust that has been broken at that level does not reassemble quickly. But my mother and I are in contact again. We have had dinner 4 times. It is careful and it is slow and it is honest in a way our relationship was not always honest before. My sister has never apologized. She maintains that her birthday trip was planned first, which is factually incorrect, and she knows it. My relationship with her is currently non-existent, and I am at peace with that. James thinks I am handling everything with more grace than he would. I told him the grace is doing its job then. So Reddit, was I wrong to cut off my mother for 20 months over this? And was I wrong to let her back in?